threats.
Oi!
Get out!
Anger.
Call the police, man. Call the police, man!
Listen.
Desperation.
I've lost everything. I've no house, I've no nothing.
What happens when debt
We need immediate police assistance.
tracks you down?
It's obstruction of an enforcement agent.
Up and down the UK,
Can you come to the door, please?
we see Britain's most resilient High Court enforcement agents,
I want to search for any assets to remove.
dealing with every debtor's worst nightmare.
Do you expect me to have 10,000 in my back?
Because if you can't pay,
Dad, I need to find 2 grand within 5 minutes.
they'll take it away. High housing costs are a major area of concern for most families. With rents expected to rise faster than house prices in the next 5 years, recent research has revealed that 1 in 3 families in England couldn't pay their rent or mortgage for more than a month if they lost their job. High Court enforcement agents Gary Brown and trainee Connor Jackson are in Penge, south-east London, to collect a large debt of £47,000 from Mr. Austin Oke.
London traffic. It's just down here, apparently.
Mr. Oke failed to pay a former landlord any rent for 3 years. His landlord escalated the case to the High Court, and now Mr. Oke must pay today.
Just on the corner.
But just as Gary and Connor arrive at the address, they spot a car about to leave.
It's that one there, he's leaving. Is that him? That might be him. Have a word.
Gary quickly gets out to go and speak to the driver.
Shut the door, mate.
Hello, Austin? Austin Oakey?
Yes,
Hi there. My name's Gary Brown. I'm a High Court enforcement agent.
he's not Austin.
That's what I just said. Are you Austin Oakey? You said yes.
You're asking me a question.
Yeah. Austin Oakey.
No,
Okay, what's your name, sir?
my name is Mr. Olufkayoke.
Right. Okay.
After answering to the debtor's name, Austin Oke, the man seems to have changed his story. Thorough background checks carried out prior to enforcement have confirmed Mr. Oke is resident at this address. Gary investigates further.
Okay, can I speak to Austin Oakey, please?
I don't know if he's around here.
Okay, who is he to you? Is he a family member or...?
Is he a family member?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a known person.
He's a known person?
Yes.
How is he known to you?
He's a known individual.
Okay, have you got some ID, please, sir?
I don't have my idea.
You need to show me who you are.
My name is Olufkayoke, I just told you.
But Gary is now suspicious. He could be the debtor they're looking for.
Just cooperate with us.
But the man seems eager to leave.
Put a clamp on the car.
Yeah, put a clamp on it, mate.
Connor acts quickly.
Can I see some ID, please?
I do not have any idea.
I don't always believe everything everybody tells me. In fact, it's quite rare that I believe things on face value. I will insist on evidence, and I will keep the pressure on until I get it.
I think it's him. I think it is the man we're looking for. Because he's very cagey about showing us any ID or anything like that. I mean, he had a wallet in the car, but he doesn't have any ID on him, so I think it's him.
Gary and Connor have been outside the house for nearly 10 minutes, when suddenly the man makes an unexpected move.
You need to deal with this, sir.
With the man gone, and with no evidence he isn't Mr. Oke, they decide to look into seizing the clamped car.
Get a HPI check.
But first, they have to check whether it's free of finance.
Hello, mate. There is a Nissan Note parked on the driveway. Delta November 59. All right, okay. Cheers, mate. Car's on finance.
The car can't be seized, and with no debtor to negotiate with, Gary and Connor are forced to walk away empty-handed for now.
It's a bit annoying. One little bit of leverage that we had, and now we can't use it, so puts us in a weaker position. Also, he's not here, so then we got nothing. It's almost as if we turn up, he's not in.
But with a £47,000 debt to collect, they won't give up easily. It's 6 a.m. Gary and Connor are on their way back to the address they've been given for debtor Mr. Oke.
It would surprise me if he doesn't even answer the door.
With an early morning visit, they hope to catch the man they fully suspect to be Mr. Oke at home.
Gotta try, man.
Gary and Connor need to get inside the house to establish the man's identity and to resolve this case once and for all.
Well, the top floor lights are on, mate.
Can you come to the door, please? They're clearly in.
Someone at the window. Come to the door, please.
Can you come and speak to us, please? All I want to do is speak to you.
I'm not seeing you. And leave my door. Leave camera. Let me record these people. Can you give me a camera? Let me record them.
This isn't going to go away just because you decide not to open the door.
If you come here and bang my door again, if you are getting in trouble. Stop banging on my door. I do not know you. I don't know where you come from.
Well,
you may be a killer.
if you come and speak to me, I'll tell you where I'm coming from.
End of story.
With the man refusing to talk, will Gary and Connor ever get this £47,000 debt resolved? Gary and Connor were in Penge, southeast London, to collect a large debt of £47,000 for unpaid rent from Mr. Austin Oke.
Can you come to the door, please?
But the man they met denied he was the debtor and refused to answer the door.
Stop banging on my door. I do not know you. I don't know where you come from.
Well,
you may be a killer.
This isn't going to go away just because you decide not to open the door.
Now Gary and Connor need to find a way to reason with the man.
Did he say we might be a killer or something?
Apparently so, yeah.
This time the man's wife comes to speak with Gary.
It's not who you are looking
He is. You know he is. I know he is. He knows he is.
It's not the same person.
She too denies that her husband is the debtor, Mr. Oke.
This isn't going to go away just because he refuses to talk to me.
A lot of times people will speak to us through windows, speak to us on the end of a phone. They won't open the door because they think we're just going to barge in and remove goods. They don't realise that we're actually there to help in some cases, and they perhaps don't want to take that risk.
It's looking unlikely that they will get into the house. But then the man's wife opens the door.
You want to talk to him?
I want to talk to him. That's
Yes,
all I
he
want
will
to
come
do.
and
Gary now has access to the porch. But the man is still barring the way into the house.
You want to barge into my...
No, I don't want to barge anywhere. You want to open the door?
Yeah, if you come in either way, I'm not going to see you. Are you going to hold me to see you?
Hold on. Stay away. Let me just talk to him. Is that okay?
But as soon as the woman opens the door, her husband tries to force it closed again.
Sir, you're obstructing me from doing my job. I'm doing this to maintain a line of communication between me and you. If you close the door, that communication is gone.
Hey, get on it. Open the door. Yeah, I'm listening to you.
Okay. This debt is £47,000.
Yes.
I don't expect you to raise all of that. But we need to come to a resolution today of getting this sorted out.
If you want to come in, go right in and come in.
So the debt is £47,354 and 5 pence. If you can pay £20,000 today, then I will get the client to agree a monthly payment for the remaining £27,000.
I don't have £20,000 to pay.
Then, do you want to make some phone calls and see if somebody can help?
No, I don't have.
Because if you don't make any efforts, we will remove goods from the property.
If you want to remove good, go ahead and remove good. I do not have £20,000 to pay. I don't have such money. I can pay you 1,000 at a later time this week, during this week, but I do not have 20,000. I don't even have 1,000 now.
It's now clear that the man is taking responsibility for the debt, confirming Gary's suspicion that he is Mr. Oke, the man named on the writ.
Okay, I'm going to have a look around the property, okay, and see what goods are here.
As Mr. Oke says he can't settle the debt, the writ commands Gary to look around the house for any goods of value that could be seized.
There's a safe in here.
What is it?
There's nothing in there.
Oh.
There doesn't appear to be anything worth removing, so Gary heads upstairs to discuss the case further with Mr. Oke.
Austin, why did this debt come about? What do you owe the money?
Sick. She was sick for more than a year. She was hospitalized, and I was not working.
How much was your rent?
1,000.
1,000. They've taken you to court for over £40,000. That's 3.5 years rent.
No.
But you work.
She just go back to work.
No, you work.
I don't work.
So where were you going yesterday in a suit then?
I was going to my school. I'm a student. I work. I school.
Despite Mr. Oke's claims that family circumstances have led to his massive debt, Gary is duty-bound to reclaim at least some of the money today.
You need to raise some money. Austin, this debt is huge. Can you get £5,000 today?
No, I don't. What I know I can do is, if I start off with a payment by Friday.
How much though? How much?
I will try to improve more than 1,000.
How much would you pay the month after?
Can we say 1,000? It's a lot because
it's going to take 4 years. So paying £1,000 a month is going to take 4 years to pay this debt.
We can do more than that, but we can only promise one we know we are going to be able to keep at.
Gary calls the office to see whether a down payment of £1,000 in a few days' time, together with a payment plan, is acceptable to the claimant.
He's saying he can't pay anything. All he can manage to pay is £1,000 a month.
No down payment, anything at all?
He can't pay anything today, he's saying. There's no goods here worth removing. I'll give him till Friday to pay £1,000, and then it'll be £1,000 a month.
Okay.
But if you can pass it on to the clients, we've been here for nearly 2 hours and it's not getting any better than that. Thanks, John. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, guys. Thanks.
Bye.
The offer has been accepted.
I feel sorry for the client because I wish there was more I could do, I really do. But unfortunately, if a debtor owes a large amount of money and they have no goods, there's nowhere else to go with it, really.
The case is resolved for now. But if Mr. Oke doesn't stick to his payment plan, Gary and Connor will be back.
Thank you for your compliance, eventually. Hopefully we won't need to meet again.
Yeah.
Have a nice day. Take care.
Onwards to the next one.
Yep.
Hopefully he sticks to the payments.
Nearly 80,000 county court judgments were issued against businesses in England and Wales in 2016. Their average value is on the rise, and last year exceeded £3,500. Knightsbridge, West London.
This is what you get when you're around Harrods.
Yeah.
We don't want to get out of there in a hurry, are we?
High Court enforcement agents Del Anglin and Max Caraher are on their way to collect a debt from a beauty company, Amber Therapy Suites Limited, on behalf of a disgruntled ex-employee.
We're looking to collect a total of £10,314.78.
The business is run from a shared commercial unit. so Del and Max go inside to look for the owner of the debtor company.
Hello, sir. I'm here for Amber Therapy Suite Limited. Doesn't look like you at all.
I'll give you a massage if that's what you want.
I'm alright, thanks. Do you know Amber Therapy?
I've heard of Amber Beauty, but not Amber Therapy Suite Limited.
Are they here?
Where do they operate out of?
In a treatment room at the back. Yeah.
The owners of the gym are not connected to the debtor company, but it seems a business of a similar name to the debtors rents a room at the address. Max needs to investigate further.
Who's the person who works in here?
Renata.
Oh, okay.
The owner, Renata, is not on the premises, so Del asked to speak to a member of staff.
This is Marta, who's...
Hi, Marta.
Hi, Marta.
Can we speak to you in your office?
Yeah, sure.
Please.
But then suddenly, Del receives a phone call from an unknown number.
Hello? Who are you? Who am I speaking to?
Sorry.
Well, I'm sorry. If you're not prepared to tell me who you are, I'm just going to hang up, okay?
Yeah.
Just a moment, Renata. Just bear with me a moment. Now, I've got a High Court writ of control to collect an amount of £10,314.78.
Okay, and what do you do with me?
We understand that you are the owner of the company called...
I'm not the owner. I don't have any company at all.
No.
It's some kind of misunderstanding.
Then why have you phoned me then, if that's the case? Because I've been informed that you are the owner.
I'm only the manager.
Do you know... You do... Hello? Hello?
While Del continues to question Renata, Max hunts for clues as to who is really running the salon and finds some paperwork.
Whoa, hold on. Let me just read.
Amber Therapy Suite.
Bingo. This is checkmate for them.
It's a sales document in the name of the debtor company, Amber Therapy Suites Limited.
All right? Because we're like a dog with a bone, aren't we, Max? You know why she's panicking?
Why?
Because she's been called.
Just because we get to a property and there's a different company operating there doesn't mean that we're just going to walk away. One clue can change a case. If you find something linking all of the assets in a business to a defaulter company, that can be a game changer. We're good to enforce and we know exactly what assets there are.
The agents have the evidence they need to continue enforcing the writ here today. Renata is now on her way to the salon. While they wait for her to arrive, the agents start an inventory of goods they could seize if the debt isn't paid.
There's a machine here which appears to be some vacuum thingamajiggy.
What on earth do these women do to themselves? That's a hot wax thing. I don't really know if that's something I want to seize.
Why not? We'll seize everything. As far as I'm concerned, it all goes. Let someone else come and value it. We're not experts, and
definitely not.
As the agents are unsure of the value of the assets, they will have to seize most of the equipment to be sure of covering the £10,000 debt. But then a man appears.
No.
This company coming down.
Right, sir. Calm down, sir. Listen.
He immediately attempts to shut the agents in the treatment room.
No.
So you're blocking the door. So listen,
you're coming for the wrong.
Listen,
It's
sir.
my wife.
Sir, you've come in. Your temper's up here, sir. You're standing in front of the door, blocking it.
For which company you coming? Show the documents. I say.
Sir, due to the Data Protection Act, we can't speak to you about this matter.
Okay. I'm Renata's husband. She coming.
Can you excuse me a moment, sir?
Can you move out of the way? Sir, move and let my colleague. Okay. Thank you.
Renata's husband, Stas, decides to let Del go, leaving Max on his own.
No,
don't close the door.
The main open, I'm sorry.
Right, if you do that, mate, it's obstruction and you'll be arrested.
Go outside.
Sorry?
Go outside and pay.
Go outside? I'm not going to be going outside.
I'm going as well. Maybe somebody took that stuff in your pockets.
Sir, you can go outside and chill out. Yeah, you do that. Don't touch my colleague.
I'm waiting.
Okay?
I need to stop here and
right. When family friends turn up thinking that they're a knight in shining armour, this can really hinder the enforcement process, because they've already got this idea in their head that they're not going to pay, and they put up a barricade to try and stop us. I think a lot of people don't remember that we're commanded by the High Court. They need to pay this, otherwise we need to physically remove assets.
Minutes later, Renata finally arrives.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, my name is Renata, if you need to see my ID.
No, that's fine.
Okay. Well, basically, I would like to find out what's happening.
Okay.
Because this is Amber Beauty Limited.
Okay.
And how did you link it to Amber Therapy Suite? I don't know.
Well, this was in the top drawer.
Okay. We got it off our accountant. We've got the same accountant as with Amber Therapy Suite.
It's just an awful coincidence.
If it's your accountant, right, why would you have an accountant for a business you don't own?
What do you mean for business?
Well, why have you got an accountant?
I've got an accountant for my own business.
What? So we are now establishing that you're no longer a manager, you own this business.
Under pressure, Renata has let her guard down and admitted she's more than just a manager. But she's still claiming that her company isn't the one on the writ. Max investigates further.
What I would like to see is verifiable receipts for assets.
Okay,
in this
that
room.
can be sent to you. It's not a problem. I can get them tomorrow.
What's going to happen now, madam, if you can't produce that, we will have to now remove these goods for sale at public auction.
When you're dealing with debtors that, for want of a better word, are telling you lies, you need to break down each lie as it comes, show them, and display the fact that they're lying. They realise the game's up.
With Renata unable to prove her claims, the agents now have to get this case resolved one way or another. Max starts removing equipment from the treatment room.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
But with her business now at serious risk, Renata finally starts to negotiate.
Okay,
and take it to the
take the goods. Can any chance I could give you like a small amount today?
How much?
We can, let's say 500.
No.
Before, well, I don't. Do you expect me to have 10,000 in my bank?
No, but you might have it in your bank.
We give you today 500 until we sort everything out.
No. How about 5,000? Can you give me 5,000?
Of course I cannot give you 5,000. Okay, can we try 2,000? I mean, can you try 2,000? But please, obviously, 2,000 is maximum. That's it.
2,000.
If you can get me £4,000, we can work something out.
3,000. It's possible to get.
No, I mean, I don't know.
I have the call the friends, maybe some do for the 3,000.
You do me 3.5. We'll wrap this up. You'll go home. I'll go home. Go to court. Sort it out.
3,000. Okay, I'm going for the call for the maybe something. That's fine.
Despite Renata's initial claim that she wasn't responsible for the debt, her husband successfully arranges the £3,500 the agents have asked for.
3,500, yeah?
The goods listed on the inventory will stay in place for now. But if Renata fails to pay the rest of the money within 14 days, the agents will be back to seize them.
Okay.
Right.
We're done here. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
What strikes me is after all the innocence pleading, they've parted with a significant amount of money. Why would you do that? That's a lot of money to pay.
Long day, time to go home.
Max and Dell's case is settled for now. But in Max and Paul's next case, they meet a debtor whose finances have spiraled out of control.
I made over $100 million, and I lost it all. Nightmare.
According to a recent survey, the number of people in the UK concerned about their personal finances has reached its highest level in the last 3 years. Worried over rising inflation coupled with low wages, 1 in 5 adults believe their financial situation will get worse over the next 6 months. High Court enforcement agents Paul Bohill and Max Caraher are in Wandsworth, south-west London. to collect a debt of £8,000 owed to a firm of financial advisors by a film producer.
And we're looking to collect £8,214.45.
But this isn't the first time Paul has come across the debtor, Stephen Brown.
I believe this gentleman is known to you.
Yeah, we have got a history with him. We evicted him from a flat before, and the rent arrears were over 30 grand.
So he works in television, doesn't he? He's a producer.
Yeah, he is. There are repeat offenders, and if you've already established a relationship with them, there's no reason not to continue that relationship. It makes it easier. They know what my parameters are, they know the rules, so they either can pay or they can't pay. Talk's a good talk, but doesn't come with any money.
The address on the writ is a penthouse apartment in a prime riverside development.
What are we looking for?
Penthouse, top floor.
Stephen, how are you, sir?
Hello, sir.
Come on upstairs. Thank you, sir. Nice to see you again.
I'll show you all the papers.
Stephen is keen to tell Paul how the debt came about.
It's a service and I cancelled it after 2 months. It's $5,000 a year. After I found out that their advice was terrible, I cancelled it. That's all it is.
Tax advisor.
Yeah. I didn't get anything for it, and I cancelled it after 2 months, Paul. Yeah. And they billed me for the whole year.
But it seems this £8,000 debt is only the tip of the iceberg.
I'm about £400,000 in debt.
What's gone wrong with your life?
Started out over there. Remember my wife? Divorce, whole nightmare. She's back in America. I've got the boys.
Do the boys live here?
Yes, they live with me. Single father. It just collapsed.
It's clear that following his divorce, Stephen's finances have gone into meltdown.
In 1993, on the Securities Exchange Commission, I took my company public. I made over $100 million. 21 years ago. I got married 19 years ago. I bought multi-million-dollar homes, basketball players in Pacific Palisades, California, homes in Hawaii, everything. And I lost it all because of marriage to a crazy woman. I'd get my sister to send me $100 a month from Canada to keep our food going until I either sell a show or I'm done. Nightmare. Nightmare.
What's the rent on this property a month?
£11,500
a month.
Yes.
So I'm not being rude, but surely this is living outside of means if all these problems are arising.
It wasn't when I moved in a year ago. It was not.
Circumstances change. Some defendants have earned huge salaries in the past and then lost it, but they haven't changed their lifestyle accordingly. It can have such a devastating effect on the landlords, the suppliers, the small business owners who they owe money to. I suppose it gives me more motivation to collect for the claimant.
Despite Stephen's circumstances, the agents need to get this case resolved, one way or another.
I take it you're not working at the moment then?
No, I'm not. I'm just writing television shows and trying to pitch them is what I'm doing. Trying to beat the clock. You know, in the entertainment business, I can, on one deal, pay all my bills off. I mean, I own the rights to the old Western, Gary Cooper and Grace Kelly, High Noon. And I have Bruce Willis committing to the movie. My friend Stephen D'Souza, who wrote all the Die Hard movies for Bruce, is writing the script as we speak. If he can get it finished in the next few weeks, which he thinks he can, I will then get $1.2 million, $1.3 million advance. I'll be buying you a beer. That's where I'm at.
But the agents can't wait for one of Stephen's deals to come through.
I want to search for any assets to remove.
With payments looking unlikely, the agents must look around the penthouse for any items of value they could seize.
I don't own a single thing in here, except my one work computer and my kid's one computer for school.
Okay.
That's it.
But Max is sceptical and begins a thorough search.
There's lots of designer goods, all of which will be seized. What's the new value of all this stuff? Huge amount of money.
There are thousands of pounds worth of luxury goods in the flat.
I know how much they're worth. They're new. Oh, probably worth the debt.
The designer bags alone could fetch up to £3,000 at public auction.
Sunglasses, bags, you name it.
My wife.
You'd have to prove that with receipts. They'll all be being seized.
Despite Stephen's claims, the agents suspect he originally bought the goods. If he can't find evidence to the contrary, they could be seized. But just when the agents think they may have struck gold, Stephen drops a bombshell.
I have 3 bankruptcy petitions totaling $250,000. I have documents here.
If we are about to enforce a writ of control and bankruptcy or liquidation are mentioned, if these 2 things are genuinely in progress, we would be wasting our time in trying to enforce the writ of control, because any monies that we were able to recover through these routes would be remitted directly to the official receiver or to the liquidator.
Paul calls Stephen's legal representative to verify his story about the bankruptcy.
What I'm trying to establish with Mr. Brown is he actually bankrupt at this point, or is there an actual application to make him bankrupt in place? Do you know of that? He's not bankrupt. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you, bye.
It seems that Stephen hasn't been declared bankrupt after all. As the agents suspect that he purchased the expensive designer goods, they can remove them unless he can prove otherwise.
Thank you, Stephen. Thank you for your hospitality.
But with Stephen still liable for any remaining balance after the auction, the agents will be back.
Thanks very much. Take care, Mr. Brown. That handbag looks very good on you. Yeah. Well, that was a different one, wasn't it? Absolutely amazing.
In 2016, over 80,000 people under the age of 25 contacted a leading UK charity to seek help with their debts. Last year, the average amount owed stood at nearly £6,000, a 20% increase in just 2 years. It's 6 a.m. Paul Bohill and Gary Brown are in Rochester, Kent.
Well, what have you got this morning, Gary? Cold and miserable.
Got a Mr. Corey Nixon.
Corey owes over £2,000 to a garage for unpaid car repairs. The address is in a small village in the Kent Marshes.
This is Cliff.
Is it quite remote, is it?
It is, yeah. It's actually out on the marshes. You ever seen the film Great Expectations? It's all filmed up.
I don't think
Dickens. So. All the mist rolling over and all that. All right, catch around the corner.
Yes, that one up there, look.
As the agents arrive at the house, they spot several vehicles parked outside. If any of them belong to Corey, they could be seized if he can't or won't pay.
One of the kids has just told the mum someone's at the door, so I imagine someone will be down soon.
If we can get there early in the morning, there are 2 dynamics that work every time. First, you find them there. Second, they're more likely to open the door, and then you can address the situation immediately.
Hello there, can I speak to Corey Nixon, please?
He's not here, he's in the hospital.
Right, okay.
What's it about, sorry?
It's a legal matter that's ongoing. I need to speak to him so I can tell him what it's about. Can I speak to him, please? Can you give him a call?
No, I can't, because I'm not being funny. You haven't turned around and told me what it's for.
There's only so much information I can give you because of data protection. He would need to authorise me.
I can get him to give you a call.
Okay.
I can do. If you want to give me a phone number, I can get it.
I need to speak to him now, though.
Pardon?
I need to speak to him now.
Well, yeah, I'll give him a call. Can I shut my door, please? Because I'm letting all my heating out.
I need to come in then.
No, you don't need to come in. Look, can you please get out and I will ring? Because my phone is upstairs. You're letting the cold air in my house.
Then if you let me in, you can close the door.
The agents enter the house, but they're in for a surprise.
Right, Corey, apparently these men say you owe money.
Oh, so he's not in hospital then? Do you want to come downstairs and I'll explain what this is about?
The debtor, Corey, is at home after all.
You don't have to come down or else they're going to arrest you.
We're not going to arrest him. We're not police officers.
He's 19 years old.
Fine.
He doesn't owe no money to...
Corey, do you want to speak to me in here? I'll explain what this is all about.
They won't talk to me, even though I'm your mum.
I don't mind explaining to your mum, Corey, but I'd need your permission to discuss the case because of data protection. There's my ID. They've taken you to court by way of a CCJ, but then they've escalated the case to the High Court for enforcement purposes.
How can you go to court if they've
But
done
the
it
court
online?
sends out letters.
He's not had no letters, though. This is the thing. Seriously, the only letters he's had is his bank, Barclays.
Between the time it's taken to court and now, there's probably been about 4 or 5 letters.
They've taken you to court for some reason, so ultimately we need to collect £2,149.91.
What, today?
Yeah.
I don't even have...
I accept that he's... How old are you, Corey? 19? Okay. I accept that he's 19.
I cannot find £2,000.
Do you not think what this is about at all?
No. All my stuff is paid by my name.
It's something to do with that 04 plate car on the driveway because they've given that registration to us. So whether you've had some work done to the car, how would they know that car unless it's yours?
It's not mine. I can't drive.
Right, well, this is in your name. Because otherwise, how would they have that registration for the car? Right,
doesn't own a car.
But it's involved in the case somehow. So maybe some work has been done to the car and they have lent the money
Right.
to allow that work to be done, but it's in his name. Something tells me you know what this is about.
Yeah, I do. You remember when the clutch went on the car? The gearbox was rebuilt? Yeah, you do, because it was you that gave me the bank cards. And they were meant to take £300 per month out of your bank, and they never took a payment out of that bank.
Right.
That bank account.
It seems that without him knowing, Kerry used her son's bank card to get repairs done to the car, but the garage was unable to take payments from his account.
Now that you're satisfied that this is a legitimate case, I'm telling you I need the money. Otherwise I'm going to escalate the case to a higher stage of enforcement.
You can give me until 9 o'clock?
No.
To try and get this money. I need to get my girls to school.
I'm here now, and it needs to be paid. So, by all means, Corey, this is your debt. I mean, I can't tell your mummy you need to pay it because it's not her debt. You're the one that's legally responsible.
I've got no way of doing it. I'm a single mum to 4 kids.
Kerry gets her father on the phone.
Dad, I need to find £2,000 within 5 minutes. Right, well, do you know what? Forget it, yeah? It's not my problem! It's somebody else's problem that I'm sorting out! Corey's!
The agent's visit is causing shockwaves in the family. With tempers fraying, will the agents ever get the £2,000 they came for? High Court enforcement agents Paul Bohill and Gary Brown were in Cliff, near Rochester in Kent, to recover a debt of over £2,000 owed to a garage by 19-year-old Corey Nixon.
One of the kids has just told the mum. I imagine someone will be down soon.
The debtor's mother, Kerry, at first lied to the agents.
He's not here, he's in hospital.
But then Corey appeared and claimed to know nothing about the debt.
It's something to do with that 04 plate car on the driveway.
It's not mine. I can't drive.
Kerry called her dad.
Dad, I need to find £2,000 within 5 minutes. It's not my problem! It's somebody else's problem that I'm sorting out! Corey's!
But he was unable to help.
Seriously, forget it.
Now, the agent's only option is to seize goods to offset the debt. Gary turns his attention to the car which led to the dispute.
Okay, I need to see proof of the vehicles. Start with the car that's on the driveway, the 04 plate.
Oh, actually, in my logbook for the Peugeot, sat in the Peugeot.
Thing is, these documents wouldn't be enough because, as it says there, this document is not proof of ownership. Yeah, that's the name of the registered keeper.
Proof of ownership.
This document is not proof of ownership.
How more do you want me to show it?
I'd need the bills of sale or the sales invoices when they were bought.
While Kerry looks for the bills of sale, Gary goes outside to inspect the car.
No, blacked out Peugeot sign. Oh, look at that. Is this a car that a middle-aged woman drives? I don't think so. The client has supplied details of this car. She's trying to say that it's hers. He's saying he doesn't drive. Looking at a car like this, it certainly looks like a young lad's driving it.
With no proof that the car doesn't belong to Corey, Gary hopes the threat of seizing it will prompt an offer of payment.
Based on the information the client has given us, this is to do with that car, so that's going to be the first thing that goes.
But how... this is the thing, you're taking something from me that is needed for my everyday life.
You should have thought about that. What it comes down to, if the money isn't paid, then we'll remove goods.
With no payment in sight, the agents need to set a deadline and make the family aware that removing goods incurs extra fees.
At 7 o'clock, the debt is going to go up to £2,800.
How much?
2,831 pence. It's 5 to 7.
Is there no way that I can try and sort something out with you?
How much can you get now? Because
I can ask my friend if he can help me out with £1,000, and then I can make some sort of agreement with you.
Okay, if you get £1,000, then I'll set up an arrangement, but the arrangement will be against the car.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
And goods in the house.
Gary has offered the family a lifeline. £1,000 now, and the balance paid off within 1 day. Kerry phones a friend for help.
Josh, I'm so sorry to ring you. Do you help me out with £1,000 and I will sort that out with you today? I'll get it sorted today for you. It stops them from taking my car and everything. Are you sure?
Kerry's friend comes to the rescue.
I think they need it now, babe.
He makes a part payment of £1,000. But Corey is still responsible for the remaining debt. And Gary lists the car as collateral if the outstanding balance is not paid within 24 hours.
Right, so this is a control goods agreement, which means I have control of the car. It does mean that we have the authority to force entry into the property if nobody answers, but hopefully it's not going to come to that, okay?
The agents have got the best result they can for now. But if the balance of £1,150 isn't paid within the deadline, they will be back for the car.
Standard visit. You expect the lies, you expect the deceit. We got a result, and the other half of the result will be on its way later on today. It's an unfortunate situation for people concerned, but pay your bills.
Threats.
Slap me in the face, you know.
Mate, you've not got what it takes. Anger.
Call the police, man. Call the police, man.
Listen. Desperation.
I've lost everything. I've no house. I've no nothing.
What happens when debt
Don't grab things from me.
tracks you down?
I'm not that person.
I believe you are.
Up and down the UK.
Oh, okay, mate, don't take my equipment.
We see Britain's most resilient High Court enforcement agents.
I've seized it. It's not your car.
Oh, is it?
Dealing with every debtor's worst nightmare.
But it's going.
No, you don't understand.
Because if you can't pay,
I am not going to pay it. End off.
they'll take it away. Recent research shows that personal debt levels in the UK are on the rise, with the average amount owed now exceeding £55,000. A leading advisory body in England and Wales is now dealing with over 5,000 new debt problems every day. (9 a.m). High Court enforcement agents Paul Bohill and Max Caraher are in Upton Park in East London to recover a debt of £5,500 owed by a travel agent, Miss Issa, to a dissatisfied customer.
Well, what have we got on today?
We're off to see Miss Sophia Adam Issa. We're looking to collect £5,414.75.
The customer took Miss Issa to court, claiming that the flights and the hotel he received were below the standard advertised for his holiday.
When we get there, can we keep our eyes peeled for a silver BMW X5 53 plate?
The claimant has told the agents that Miss Issa owns a BMW. If she can't or won't pay today, it could be seized to recover the debt.
There's an X5 down there on the right. That one there, hold on. That's it.
There is a god.
Let's immobilise that.
Worth approximately half of the £5,500 debt, Max clamps the BMW in the hope that the threat of removing it will prompt payment.
Hello, Miss Essa. Yes, my name is Paul Boyle. I'm a High Court enforcement agent. We have here a writ. The amount that we're looking for today is £5,414.75.
I did basically gone to the court at the time. It was a holiday that I was doing. I was working as a travel agency.
Oh, right.
He had a good holiday, but instead of Royal Brunei, I gave him British Airways.
Right.
Instead of Zabil Sarai, he got Habdul, so he still got the top 5-star hotel.
Okay.
He is basically claiming compensation for something what he's already got a holiday for. It's not as if that he paid us, and obviously he didn't get a holiday. But I know I was getting threatening calls from him saying that I'll be taking you down.
But is the agency still open then, or closed?
No, it's been closed.
Do you work now?
No, I'm not working.
Okay.
So tomorrow somebody else could turn up and say we owe money. So obviously I've not got no money to give.
No, I understand.
Basically, I'm in the debt for about £100,000 myself.
So what's the £100,000 involved in?
It's to do with the travel agency.
Right.
It's clear that Sophia is in serious levels of debt.
£100,000 worth of debt.
But Max and Paul are duty-bound to try and recover the £5,500 owed to their client.
We do have an issue here, is that the actual court case from Bow has now been transferred to the High Court.
Okay.
And the debt is enforceable. So the first question we have to ask, can you actually pay us £5,414.75?
I haven't got anything to my name. This is just a temporary accommodation we've got, right?
Okay. The information that we have here is that the BMW X5 outside is yours.
No, it's not mine.
Whose is it?
It's my husband's.
Right.
Have you got proof of that for me?
Yeah, I'll give you. I've got a logbook.
Show me what documents you have for the vehicle, so we can make our decision from there. Thank you. Well, this is temporary accommodation, so my guess is going to be there's nowhere near enough assets here to cover that debt. I think it will lie on the vehicle.
Moments later, Sophia returns with a logbook and insurance documents.
I mean, essentially, this documentation you showed us doesn't stop us taking the vehicle. This insurance is current. It shows that you're the policy holder. Quite reasonably assume that it's your vehicle.
The documents don't prove the car belongs to Sophia's husband.
The only thing that would stop us taking the vehicle is an actual bill of sale or something.
While Sophia looks for a sales receipt for the car.
Hi Helen, could you do an HPI for me, please?
Max calls the office to find out if it's on finance.
Is it BMW X5 Sport?
That's the one.
It's free of finance, that's okay to seize.
Thanks ever so much.
Cheers, thank you.
Cheers,
bye.
Helen. Bye. Right. Let's see if she can produce a bill of sale to show it's not hers, because I believe it is. She's insured on the vehicle. It's parked outside her flat with a residence parking bay that you need to reside here to get one. Unless she can give me some substantial proof the vehicle's going to be going.
Minutes later, Sophia returns with some more documents.
Because this was a previous one, when they originally bought it.
She shows the agents an old logbook, but it proves nothing.
No, essentially, unless you're able to produce the bill of sale, that's the only thing that will stop us taking the vehicle, unless you pay the debt.
I haven't got no money.
No.
I haven't got no money at all. You could basically take us out of this house. I haven't got money.
Okay, you know what we're going to do? We are going to remove the vehicle. Okay, you will have 7 days to provide that documentation. If you provide it in 7 days, great. The vehicle's released to you, no problem.
So by just taking this car,
yes,
you will be doing what if I don't get to submit things? What
it'll be sold at auction.
Okay, sold at auction. So, okay. Thereafter, the other amount,
yes,
what is due, what would you be doing with
They'll
it?
continue to, you will continue to be pursued to the
knocking
debt.
on my door, and obviously, if you ain't got no car other than that one day, then what are you going to take, the kids or someone else?
That's a ridiculous question.
No, because I'm just going to ask you today
kids,
that what would you be doing thereafter? You've taken the car today, so tomorrow you're going to be knocking on my door again.
Can I ask you for the keys to the car?
No, I'm not going to give you the keys.
Okay,
If I'm not going to give you the keys, what are you going to do?
They'll have to smash the lock on it.
Yeah, you can do what you want to do.
The car will be devalued.
You do what you fucking want to do. I'm not going to give you the keys.
Without the keys, the locking system of the car would have to be replaced, depreciating the asset.
Who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
I'm not going to give you the keys. Let's see how far you get. Go on, let's see.
Miss,
go on,
calm down.
Let's see. Go and see where you're going to get.
Mate, be criminal damage.
Listen, it's my fucking
It's not your car. I've seized it. It's not your car.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Where is it? Where is
Our
it?
car.
I can see the car because it's my car.
Clamp. Madam, you need to calm down.
It's not her car, so if she smashes it, it's going to come back from the auction devalued, because it's got a windscreen broken or wherever it might be. It would devalue the car.
To protect the seized asset from any further damage, Max calls for a recovery vehicle.
Hi, can I speak to Helen, please? It's Max here. Helen, that vehicle does need to be removed. We have a very cross defendant.
But Max's actions haven't gone unnoticed.
I'm not going to give you the keys. I won't give you the keys.
It's our car. That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, I won't give you the keys.
But you're not getting the stuff out of it.
Right, miss, it's okay. Don't break it.
That's okay. That's okay.
Why would you break your own car at this
It's not my car, first of all. Second of all, I've asked you to give that time.
I'm not going to speak to you when you're shouting at me.
Fuck you then, innit? I've been civil as much as
You're not at all, you're shouting. Just calm down. Right, miss, what is it you need to remove from the vehicle?
I've got my kids' stuff.
Okay, I'll get it out for you. If you give me the keys, I will. Is that right?
Okay,
tell me what you need and stuff out. Is that
you're going to give me the
is
keys
that
back,
right?
yeah?
I can't give the keys back. I'm not going to lie to you. Right, okay, now we get the police here.
Call the police.
Paul and Max are now faced with a debtor who has lost control.
I'm not going to deal with this. This is absolutely ridiculous.
I won't call the police.
With the case on a knife edge, it will take all their experience to contain this volatile situation. High Court enforcement agents Paul Bohill and Max Caraher were in Upton Park, London, to recover £5,500 owed by a travel agent. The debtor, Sophia Issa, revealed she was in serious debt and couldn't pay.
I'm in the debt for about £100,000 myself.
But after the agent seized a potential asset, Sophia refused to hand over the keys to the car and became aggressive.
Listen, it's my fucking car.
It's not your car.
It's my fucking car.
I've seized it. It's not your car. Miss, right, okay, now we get the police.
Go and call the police.
Now, with tempers escalating, Max calls for police assistance.
Hello, can I have the police, please?
You get there. You take it. Go on, let's see how far they get. Go on. Let's see how far they get. I'm not going to let you take the car. You take it, but I'm going to break it. You just watch it.
Lovely, thanks very much. Cheers, bye.
Is your police coming then?
They're coming.
Yeah, they're coming. Let them come. Let them come.
But even with the police on their way, Sophia isn't calming down.
I'm not even going to show you the receipt. I want you to take the car. Don't worry about it. You see how much you get out of this car. It's fucking not even working properly.
Oh, it's less now. You've destroyed the wing mirror.
You want me to break more? You want me to break more?
Definitely not. No.
You want me to break more?
No.
Because I can do that. Because I will do that.
I'm sure you can.
I don't mind the police coming.
You
know, it doesn't matter.
Move.
You know what? Even if the police, I'll go and get a bat from inside and break the car. And I will do that.
Okay.
You know what? And then police could arrest him because the police ain't gonna fucking do shit.
No.
Yeah, they won't do shit. Fine, you basically seizing it. Take it, but let me fucking take my stuff from the car because that is
the
on
stuff
my
in
name.
the car is
Who the
also
fuck
under
are you? I'm not
seizure.
talking to you. Am I talking to you? I'm talking to him.
I've been insulted and called names for the last 50 years, so it really does bounce off. They just want to strike out. She probably thought that by damaging the asset that we just seized, she would be hurting us. In truth, all she's doing is devaluing the asset, which would make less money at auction, and so the balances would come back to her.
A few minutes later, the police arrive.
Morning, gents. Thanks for coming so quickly. We're High Court enforcement agents. We seized a vehicle. The wing mirror there, she hit that off.
Okay, do you want to take
Damaging our seized vehicle.
Speak to these guys, all right? Morning.
The police take Sophia off to make her understand she must cooperate and give the agents the keys. Just moments later, they appear to have made progress.
He was going to get things and keep rid of you.
Absolutely fine.
Under supervision, the police allow Sophia and her husband to remove her possessions from the car.
I should have had petrol in here, innit? I could burn it.
Sophia, just think about what you're saying, all right? Just try and do it, please. Quickly, yeah? Calm down.
Feel free to drive off with it.
Have you got everything you need, yeah?
Thank you very much.
Now they have the key, the agents need to move the car away from the house to avoid any more trouble.
Yeah, we'll put a couple of minutes in between.
But Max is in for a surprise.
This isn't the key. This might not do the immobiliser. This is a spare. I don't even know if that will start it. It was a black key she had in her hand.
It appears that Sophia has handed the police a key which unlocks the doors but won't start the engine. And they're not happy.
They asked me I could open the car.
Sophia.
They asked me to open the car.
All joking aside, okay,
Yes.
we had an honest conversation at the side of the road.
I gave him the keys.
Okay, you know what I meant by the key, all right?
I've given him the keys.
Okay, well, we'll just arrest you and take you to the police station.
Okay,
okay?
fine. I'm willing. I'm more than happy to come to the police station. I'm more than happy to come to the police station.
pathetic,
I'm
isn't
ready. I'll basically get someone to arrange for the kids. I'm more than happy to come to the police. I'm coming.
Fair enough.
Okay? I ain't got nothing better to do, but I'm not going to give him the keys. What they asked me, I was going to take my goods. That's it.
Cool.
Right?
The police take Sophia into the house and try and make her understand that if she continues to obstruct the enforcement, she could be arrested.
Hopefully she'll make the right decision and just hand over the keys, and that's the matter dealt with for now.
Minutes later, a policeman comes back out
Can we just check see if that works, please?
Thank you, sir.
Then we can...
with another key. Leaving the police to deal with Sophia, Max immediately drives the vehicle away from the house. Now parked in a quiet street nearby, the agents hand the BMW over to the recovery team.
Got the logbook and keys. That'll really help the auctioneers. Thanks for coming so quickly, my friend. You take care. 2 keys and all that. See you, mate.
If Sophia can't prove that she doesn't own the car within the next 14 days, it will be sold at auction.
Keys. Have I got the keys?
No. Let's test it.
Okay.
A bit slow on the off track, isn't it?
You know me.
Recent research shows that people over the age of 60 are struggling with high levels of debt. More than 10,000 people aged over 60 sought advice from a leading charity over the first half of 2016. The average debt was over 3 times more than those under 25. High Court enforcement agents Matt Highway and Gary Ball are in Tamworth, Staffordshire.
Where next then, Matt? We're going to see a Mr. Edward Birch. He owes £2,756.10.
The unpaid debt is a result of a dispute between Mr. Birch and his neighbour over a boundary wall.
Your side, on the end.
If Mr. Birch can't or won't pay, the agents have the right to seize goods to cover the debt.
Round the back bus, is it?
Hello? What do you want?
Hi, sir. After Edward Birch.
That's me. Yeah.
Hello, sir. We're High Court Enforcement Agents, sir.
You what?
We're High Court Enforcement Agents.
Yes.
We're here today with a High Court writ, sir.
Come in.
Thank you.
Just yourself lives here, Mr. Birch?
Yeah.
Shall I just put that telly down so you can hear us, yeah? I'll do it for you.
But don't!
Why?
It's my property. Give it bloody well here.
Well, I'm only helping you, Mr. Birch, aren't I?
You're not helping me, mate.
What?
I'm disabled, and if I don't mobilise myself, I get worse.
Right, okay.
I just turn the bloody thing off.
Well, there we go then.
High Court Enforcement Agents, sir. You're here for the High Court writ?
Yeah, I know what you're going to say.
Do you know the lady, do you, sir?
Yeah.
What's it reference?
A wall that they built on my property. They knocked their wall down, because he's a builder, and built his wall on my part of the land.
So how come they made you liable for it then?
Because I was putting up a fence. I took 14 bricks out. Workman did it for me. So I could put my fence in.
Mr. Birch's neighbour took him to court, claiming he'd damaged their wall. But because Mr. Birch failed to attend the court hearing, he lost the case by default.
I was unable to go to court because of my disabilities. I can't use my hands. My body's gone, shattered.
Personal disputes, they're always difficult, you know, because you're right slap bang in the middle of an emotional dispute that could have been going on for a number of years. Regardless of whether we believe it's right or wrong, we have to put it to one side and then get on with, enforcing the writ.
The dispute with his neighbour has taken its toll on Mr. Birch. And because of his health issues, Matt and Gary must tread carefully to assess whether he's capable of paying back any of the £2,700 he owes.
My colleague's explained to you why we're here today, hasn't he?
I know what you're here for.
Yeah. So what we have
to do... It's not going to work, mate. The thing is, there's not much here you'll be able to have because none of it belongs to me now. Because of state of men, my age, it's all signed over to my daughters.
So they come in and look after you, do they?
Oh yeah, without them.
Yeah.
You know this care in the community?
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody cares. I've had a toilet done there. They built the Empire State Building quicker than what they've done that toilet. It's still not finished now. I'm on my way out. I'm 74 years old.
And that's what I'm trying to determine, all right? Because if I can determine that, then it
Determine what?
What your state is at the moment.
This has all been explained to the court.
What benefits do you receive, sir?
Disability.
Disability.
It's clear that Mr. Birch is vulnerable and the writ cannot be enforced. But the agents need to take a record of his benefit payments to send a report to the claimant.
Have you got a letter from the disability for your award? We'll only need one that says that you're awarded it and what your award is, yeah?
Sorry, sir. I'll let you get through it. Do you want to use my arm? Are you alright?
It can't be supported because of my bloody joints.
How can you not know?
It should be put down.
No, don't say that. Can it come with you just in case you
fall? Yeah,
alright. Just proof of his benefits, what's he in? Disabled Carer Service. It's DLA. Just to prove you know how much you're getting per week. Do you want me to do it for you? Here we go. Pension credit. 82.66 a week. Edward. Well, it's what it's telling me on here anyway. When we walk through the door and we see a person who is elderly, very frail, with a clear disability, living on their own, these are clear warning signs that that person that we're dealing with is vulnerable and, the enforcement will take a different turn.
The agents have got the evidence they need to file a report for the claimant.
Right, should we go back in the front room then?
Yeah. I represented my country in the bloody army.
What regiment were you in?
Lancashire Fusiliers.
Oh, Lancashire Fusiliers. I was in the army as well.
What battalion was you?
I was in the military police.
Oh, man and on.
The long and short of this is, Mr. Birch, is obviously they've escalated to the High Court and they've asked to enforce the writ, okay? Now, there's numerous reasons why we wouldn't do that today. One being your age, two being your disability. So what my colleague's trying to do...
It's not only that, mate. The injustice in this country...
I don't know. What we need to do, we need to put a report into our office to say what we've seen and what we've spoken to you about today.
You can have all the money in the world, mate. But if you haven't got your health, it's not worth a bean.
Oh, that's true enough.
You don't realise it when you're young and fit, how you're going to end up. But that's life, kid. You never know what's down for you.
That's right.
Never know what's down for you.
The fella Mank. See you later.
I'm a nasty old bugger, but there you go.
See you later, buddy.
Cheers,
Take
mate.
it easy.
Care, right.
See you later.
Watch how you go. At the end of the day, I've done nothing that warrants that sort of payment for 14 bricks on my property.
Mr. Birch is a typical fellow mank. See old people in Manchester, that's exactly what they're like, you know, they just don't take any messing from anybody. And regardless of his state and the fact that, you know, he's crippled over with disability, he's still got his personality and, you know, he tells it how it is and that's it.
Matt and Gary have had to deal with a sensitive situation. But in Paul and Max's next case...
Hello, sir.
An elusive debtor.
What time do you usually come in?
Well, he wasn't here since Monday.
Finally realises the game is up.
No, it's not going. Yeah, it is going. What do you mean it's not?
No, you're going to call me.
You can't touch me. Right, then you'll get arrested.
Okay, you arrest me.
Okay.
In Britain, more than 350,000 new businesses are set up every year. Each invests an average of over £20,000 to cover essential costs. However, nearly a quarter experience a loss in profits in the first 12 months, while almost 1 in 10 have had to let their staff go to free up funds. High Court enforcement agents Paul Bowhill and Max Caraher are on the Isle of Dogs in East London to recover over £2,000 owed by a letting agency to an unhappy tenant.
So what have we got today?
We're off to see Flatsco Limited. We're looking to collect £2,240.99.
And this is a trade debt, so presumably we're going to business premises.
Yeah.
The agents have already visited 2 other addresses, but failed to find company director Hugo de Souza.
Right.
Max and Paul have been given another address for him at an exclusive office building in one of London's premier financial districts. And today, they're hoping they'll finally come face to face with the elusive businessman.
You just slow down, really. You've got only short legs, but they do move quite quickly, don't they?
There we go.
Is that it?
Yeah.
It's like that. Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. We're here to see Flatsco.
Flatsco?
Yes. They're not in yet. That's not a problem. You just take us up.
That's the office here.
No problem. This office here?
Yep.
No problem at all. Could you open the door for me?
What time do they come? You know?
If
anytime from now to anytime.
Once again, Mr. de Souza is nowhere to be seen. But as this is a commercial premises, the agents have the right to call a locksmith and force entry into his office. Max photographs the lock.
So what are you telling me? Are you allowed to force entry?
Yes, because it's absolutely.
Right now?
Right, immediately. They're the lawful tenants in here.
Yeah.
Okay, therefore we can.
We accept that what you say is perfectly reasonable.
Yep.
We just are making the point is that we haven't got 8 hours to sit here to wait for them to come back.
Rather than cause damage to the premises, the building manager gives the agents access.
Just brilliant. Thanks very much. Yeah, no worries.
But as the agents enter the office, they're in for a surprise. It seems that the company operating here is not Flatsco, but Privilege Property Managers.
Can you just have a look at Privilege?
Max looks up the business online.
Ah, Privilege Property Managers. Same director of the company.
Max discovers that Privilege is a new company owned by Hugo, the director of the debtor company, Flatsco. If Flatsco is no longer trading, the agents can't enforce the writ. But then Max finds some paperwork.
Flatsco Limited. The gas is overdue, the electricity is overdue, the council tax is overdue.
Here?
Everywhere. All the evidence, although they may have a new company, the old company's, it's still in existence, so I want to know where all these assets were bought from.
With evidence that the debtor company is also trading from the office, the agents can seize company assets to offset the debt if Mr. D'Souza doesn't show up.
Good morning. Hello. Yeah,
But just then, one of Hugo D'Souza's employees arrives.
Hi, my name's Max Carraher. I'm an enforcement agent. I'm here with a High Court writ today for Flatsco Limited. Now, I can see this is all badged up as Privilege Property Managers, but the director's the same as Flatsco Limited.
Okay.
Hugo, is he the boss?
Yes.
If you could get him on the phone for me, I think that'll be the best step, miss. What time do you usually come in?
Well, he wasn't here since Monday.
Okay.
But he was here last week. I just started work here like a week ago.
Oh, did you?
Hugo's employee attempts to contact her boss.
Yeah, it's ringing.
Oh, is it ringing? Let's speak, thank you.
Hello?
Hello, Hugo. My name's Max Carraher, and I'm an enforcement agent. We're just in your office at the moment.
Okay.
Hugo, we've got a High Court writ here for Flatsco Limited, one of your companies.
It's not Flatsco, it's Privilege.
Hugo, what I'd like is some proof of where the equipment was bought from.
Okay.
Are you anywhere near the office?
Yes, an hour?
In an hour, Hugo. Unfortunately, we would have removed all the goods from the office.
I don't know, because this is no under my name. If you half an hour, you have a please.
Okay, sir. Thank you for your time. Cheers. Bye. Thank you. Right, let's see what IT kit we can reasonably get.
Mr. D'Souza claims that all the assets in the office belong to his other company, but with no proof this is true, Max starts an inventory.
Got 1, 2, 3 screens, very little. Another screen there. The onus of proof is what the law requires for us to remove goods or take control of. Somebody has to prove that they own or do not own an item. If they can't, then we are allowed to take it. The onus of proof is not on the enforcement agents, it's on the defendant.
After waiting half an hour, there's still no sign of Mr. D'Souza. So Paul calls the office to get the claimant's approval to start seizing goods in Mr. D'Souza's absence.
We've got access to the office, so we just want to know where we go from here. I've just spoken to John.
Okay.
He said that the clients have said, if needs be, just take everything that is not tied down.
Okay.
The agents start to stack up goods outside the office.
I'm going to unplug all the computers and get it all ready.
Finally, over an hour after the agents arrived, the director of the debtor company, Hugo D'Souza, arrives at the office.
Hello. Are you Hugo?
It's in my office, man.
Absolutely. Are you Hugo?
Yes, I am.
Hello, Hugo. My name's Max Carraher. I'm an enforcement agent. This is my colleague, Paul Bowhill.
Hugo immediately gives the agents his side of the story.
What happened? This gentleman here, he had a he moved to a property, and then once after he was there for like a month, He said he had bed bugs. We had sent the bed bug, the exterminator, right? And then I also offered him to move out and return his money. He moved out, I returned his money, and even though he did take action.
Despite Hugo's story, the agents are duty-bound to enforce the writ.
The easy way for you to deal with this is to pay the debt.
This is not Let's Go. You can do investigation, it's fine. But this is also not Let's Go. I have Let's Go, I run Let's Go.
Yes.
I run from home.
Yep.
This one is another company that I have a business partner.
There's sign-out sheets of the keys for Let's Go Limited.
Well, it's still my property here, so I can bring my stuff in and out. I guarantee you, this is items I know Let's Go.
Hugo insists that the assets belong to another company, Privilege Property Managers. But the agents haven't seen any proof.
But this is not like this is the goods from someone else. I can guarantee you.
Guarantee doesn't work for me.
Sorry, we don't accept.
That's not my stuff.
I'll leave you an inventory. I'll leave you an inventory.
This stuff. No, I can't. I need this work. This is
not going to happen.
This is not
going to happen.
No, you can't.
No, we can. We have a high court writ.
I understand, sir.
I understand. We can and we will.
It's bought. It's not bought by me.
No, it's going.
No, you don't understand.
Unfortunately, I understand.
Okay, so let's go to the
But then Hugo decides to take matters into his own hands.
No, it's not going, man.
It is going. What do you mean it's not?
No,
it's going.
You can't touch me. You can't touch
Sir,
me.
right, then you'll get arrested.
Okay, you arrest me.
Okay.
This is not your stuff. This is not belongs to you. That belongs to me. Excuse me, sir.
No.
Excuse me.
Handling assets after they have been seized is a criminal offence. Max calls the police.
Oh, yeah. Can I have the police, please? Hello, we're enforcement agents with a High Court writ. We've got a defendant here who's obstructing us from removing goods. Could you send some officers down to attend, please?
But now, with the police on their way, Mr. D'Souza has a sudden change of heart.
Listen, listen. Okay, let's make the payment. I can pay it. I still pay it.
You said you wouldn't pay it.
I don't want to put I have a card. I don't want my reputation. I fight against it after.
How are you going to pay it?
Cards.
Max stands the police down.
I do apologise. I'll call back here.
The agent's persistence has paid off. Hugo pays the outstanding balance in full.
Thank you, Hugo. For an authorisation code here, which we'll give you along with the receipt.
Well, I suppose a good result there.
A recent survey has revealed that almost half of small and medium-sized businesses in the UK suffer cash flow problems as a result of unpaid invoices. 1/3 reported having to hold off paying their own suppliers, and 1 in 10 had problems paying their own staff. High Court enforcement agents Gary Ball and Matt Highway are in Birmingham to recover a debt of over £2,000 owed by grocery store owner Mr. Agul Denise.
He owes £2,230 exactly. And that's to looks like a supplier.
But this isn't the first time the agents have encountered Mr. Agul. Matt and Gary enforced a writ on another of his supermarkets just a few months ago.
And the address that we've got provided is a convenience store.
Convenient.
Very convenient. There.
If Mr. Agul doesn't pay today, goods and assets from his shop could be seized to cover the debt.
Sir, I'm after a Agul Denise.
Mr. Agul is not here at the moment. He's in London.
He's in London?
Yeah.
You just work here, right?
Yeah.
Can you get him on the phone for us by any chance, sir?
Gene mahkemeden size bir tane eşya gelmiş kurban. Ödememişsiniz. Adamlar gelmişler şimdi içeride eşya götüreceğiz diyorlar.
The man already appears to know exactly why the agents are here and what they might do if payment isn't made.
You can speak with him.
Okay, thank you. Hello, is that Mr. Dennis?
Hello.
Hello, sir. Hello, my name's Gary Ball. I'm an enforcement agent, sir. We're here today at the premises with a High Court writ.
For what?
Not paid one of his suppliers. It's £2,230, sir. You need to pay today.
Really, I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
It's for my name. It's for my name.
Yeah, for Akagul Denny's.
I'm not the runner. That business before the passed to my family.
All right, you've passed it on to your family, the business.
Yeah, I saw.
Okay.
I thought for that my family he run it. But
all right, is that what you're trying to tell me, sir? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not, but I know anything like that for any company.
Okay. Well, we'll carry on do our job, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay then.
Mr. Agul claims the shop is no longer his.
He's got.
But then Gary spots some paperwork.
There's the bank account for this place. There's the energy supplier for this place, all in his name. There's another bank account with his name for this building.
A lot of paperwork here for somebody who's not here anymore.
When did he sell the shop? When did he move it on?
I think it was like 7-8 months before.
So who owns the shop now?
Mr. Ona Akgül. He is the son of Mr. Dennis.
He's his son?
Yeah.
So he sold it to his son?
Yes.
Okay. Because if I bought a shop, I want my invoices to say my name on them and not the previous owner's name, wouldn't you? Do you know what I'm trying to get at? Over my last 20 years while still serving in the military police, you know, investigation is very important to that job. It's also very important to this job. When people are telling you one thing and then you find the evidence that absolutely destroys what they're saying, it's always a good thing.
The agents have seen no evidence to prove that the debtor's son now owns the shop. The employee now has Mr. Agul's accountant on the phone.
Because they're coming from the bailiff, they want to take some stuff from here. You need to speak with the accountant.
Accountant? Yeah, if you can pay the bill, then we can sort of speak to the accountant.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. My name's Mr. Highway. I'm a High Court Enforcement Agent. How are you?
I remember. It's for another shop called Five Star Supermarket. That's for the case.
No, that's not correct, sir. That was a different case.
That's the right one.
No, it wasn't, sir, because I was also the enforcement agent that was on that case as well. This is a different case altogether, sir.
Oh God, then I can't help you.
The accountant has confused this case with Matt and Gary's previous encounter with the debtor. And with no offer of payment, Matt and Gary start an inventory of assets they could seize.
If I get you the proof, which is the shop which day has been sold.
Yeah, you can get whatever.
You can prove to you the man is the leaseholder.
You can get whatever you want.
I need to go to accountant, but one of my family need to come in here.
If you want to go and get it, I'll take a look.
I will get
I'll take a look.
I will go get the
Absolutely, no problem.
Moments later, the employee's wife arrives to look after the shop. She is also joined by another family member.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
It's not the first time she's met Matt and Gary.
Long time no see.
I've seen you before. Oh, I saw you at the other shop. Yes, of course. Yeah, I remember. Are you well?
Yes.
Good. Good. You know the situation then, don't you? You know, why we're here, yeah?
Hello, can I speak Mr. Ghosh, please, again?
But instead of leaving to find new documentation, the employee continues making phone calls.
The list who the proof to Dennis sell the shop to the belong another person.
20 minutes later, and with no sign of any proof, Gary's patience is running out.
Right, this is taking too long now. If it's not paid in the next 10 minutes, right, what we're going to do, we're going to escalate it to the next stage, which is going to cost about another £600-700 more, because we've been here far too long now.
Just give me the last 5 minutes, yeah?
I understand you're doing your best for your employer. The simple fact of the matter is, it needs to be paid.
The clock is ticking.
So, can you call Mr. Denny's and inform me of what my colleague just said? We're going to increase it if it's not paid in the next 10 minutes.
If the employee can't persuade Mr. Agul to pay up in the next 10 minutes, he may not have a business to come back to at all. Matt Highway and Gary Ball were in Birmingham to collect a debt of over £2,000 owed to a supplier by a convenience store owner.
I'm after a Akagul Denny's.
Mr. Agul is not here at the moment, he's in London.
The debtor, Mr. Agul, claimed he no longer owned the shop.
That business before the passed to my family.
All right, you've passed it on to your family, the business?
I saw. Okay. I thought for that my family, he run it.
But the agents discovered documents which showed otherwise.
A lot of paperwork here for somebody who's not here anymore.
After giving the owner and his staff time to prove their story, Matt and Gary's patience eventually ran out.
This is taking too long now.
and the agents set an ultimatum.
Can you call Mr. Denny's and inform me we're going to increase it if it's not paid in the next 10 minutes?
Now, all that Matt and Gary can do is wait to see whether Mr. Agul rings back with an offer of payment.
Sweets. I remember when these were 10p. Bags of sweets like this. You can get 4 for £1 or 29p each.
Just as the 10 minutes are up, the phone rings.
Can you speak with Mr. Akgül, please? Mr. Deniz Akgül.
The owner?
Yeah.
There you go.
Not the owner, Mr. Akgül.
Okay. Hello, sir?
Brother, just listen, because 2.5 years before, 2.5 years, not now, 2.5 years before,
yeah.
This is, I sold it from Mr. Onur.
Okay.
I'm not runner, 2 years, not now, 2 years.
Okay.
With the story changing once again, Gary has heard enough.
Because you have the opportunity to give us the paperwork from your solicitor or your accountant to say when you've sold this place. Nothing's forthcoming as yet. So we are where we are today, sir, and we're going to start removing now, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
Matt calls for a recovery vehicle to remove the goods listed on the inventory. But because most of the items in the shop are of low value, the agents will have to clear a lot of the stock to cover the debt.
How's A1?
Yeah, A1.
Hiya, buddy, you alright? It's Mr. Highway at DCBL. It's going to require probably at least three Luton vans within the hour. Smash in, thanks so much. Cheers then, cheers, thanks for bye.
But just as the agents start to pack up the assets,
somebody's just given up smoking, this is hard.
The employee makes a U-turn.
Huh? Okay, just leave it, bring the money.
Oh, they're going to bring the money? Yeah, Matt. There you go.
Right, okay, so we can stop then, yeah? Thank you.
An hour and a half after the agents arrived at the shop, Mr. Agul has finally agreed to pay the debt. Minutes later, a friend of Mr. Agul arrives with the cash, and it's another familiar face.
Hello. Hello, sir.
Again, yeah?
How are you, sir?
Very good, everywhere, yeah?
Are you well?
Wow.
The friend also paid the debt at Mr. Agul's other business.
I didn't think we'd ever meet you again, sir.
Well.
But instead of handing over the cash, the men want to negotiate.
How much you can do it?
Sir, it's the full amount. We don't do discounts. We're not in the business to do discounts.
It's 288640.
Well, I've got £2,000 on me. That's what I told you.
Well, then we'll remove.
To them and, yeah.
We'll remove then, sir. Okay. The van's on its way, so we'll just remove. Person settling the debt, he just wants the last word. He wants his 2 penneth worth before he pays. And if it makes him feel better to have his last word, then he can. Our goal is collecting the money for the claimant.
With the agents not backing down, Mr. Agul's friend reluctantly hands over a wad of cash.
Can you just issue the invoice?
Yep, no problem at all.
Arkadaş şunu say. Onun üstünü ver. Arkadaş görüşürüz. Benim zamanım yok. Fazla verme.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time. Take care.
Over 2 hours after the agents arrived at the shop, the outstanding balance is paid in full.
Got a receipt, and you've got my details.
Okay,
all right, sir. Thank you. Sorry for the inconvenience, all right? Hope we don't meet again. All right.
Cheers, sir. Thank you.
Well, that was a long one.
Why do they always take it to the nth degree, you know what I mean?
It amazes me. They take it to the end, take it to the very end, and then ask for a discount.
Threats.
Slap me in the face,
Mate, you've not got what it takes.
Anger.
I know my rights. Do not calm yourself down. I will carry on removing goods.
Desperation.
I'm owed so much money. Oh, God.
What happens when debt
Can you please leave now?
I don't have money here.
tracks you down?
Nobody have that kind of cash.
Up and down the UK,
Oh, you can't take my. Don't be taking my equipment.
we see Britain's most resilient High Court enforcement agents
This is not your stuff, this is not belongs to you.
dealing with every debtor's worst nightmare. Because if you can't pay,
I'm not instructing you.
they'll take it away. County court judgments against individuals in England and Wales rose to the highest level in over a decade during the first quarter of 2017. Nearly 300,000 judgments were issued during this period, marking a 35% rise from the previous year. "7:30 a.m. High Court enforcement agents Max Caraher and Steve Pinner are on their way to Fulham, West London, to recover a debt of almost £8,000 owed to a firm of accountants.
OK, Max, we're in Putney now. Where are we off to?
But this will be no ordinary job. The debtor is a well-known personality.
He's famous for being on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. He was also sent to prison for fraud. He had a fleet of Ferraris and he actually hid some of them.
Why?
To claim on the insurance and got a huge amount of money, and then he was found out and sent to prison.
The debtor is Lord Charles Brockett, and Steve and Max are on their way to see him at his exclusive penthouse apartment.
So, yeah, I will ring the bell for the concierge.
Hello.
Good morning, sir. We are High Court enforcement agents here with a High Court writ.
Alright, come into reception.
Lovely, thank you very much.
The agents are buzzed in by security.
They've got some penthouse suites up there. Good morning, sir. Are you the security here?
I am.
Hello. Not a
to
problem. My name's Max Caraher. I'm a High Court enforcement agent. I'm here with my colleague Steve Pinner. We've got a High Court writ for one of your residents.
Who?
Mr. Brockett.
Mr. Brockett. Can you mind if I give him a call?
The security guard calls up to Lord Brockett's apartment.
Is Charles there? Oh, they're away. I've got people here from the High Court. Yeah, 1 second. This is the family.
Yes, not a problem. Hi there. Who am I speaking to? I understand it's not a convenient moment, but unfortunately we're commanded here. We should explain that when we're upstairs. Cheers. Bye. Thanks ever so much, sir.
It appears that Lord Brockett is away and that his mother and stepfather-in-law are staying in the flat. But the agents have the right to remove goods to offset the debt, even in his absence.
Good morning, madam. Sorry to bother you.
You've got to go through.
Go through.
But as Steve and Max enter the flat, they're in for a surprise. The apartment is crammed with valuable antiques and artwork.
When I walked into the flat, I thought I'd walked into an art gallery. I mean, there was very few spaces where there wasn't a picture or a painting or something. It was just crazy, phenomenal for where we were.
The agents have all the leverage they need if Lord Brockett can't or won't pay. But now Max needs to find out where he is.
We're here for Charles Brockett.
What's it in connection with?
We're enforcement agents. We have a High Court writ here.
Against him?
Yes. Where is he at the moment, sir?
They've gone to Cuba for a fortnight. Yes, they went yesterday.
Ah, OK. Would it be possible to get him on the phone?
They've got mobiles, yes.
Excellent.
So, what do we need to do? Give you his mobile?
If you get him on the phone for me so we can speak to him, I think that's going to be the best option.
At the moment, it's 3 o'clock in the morning.
I understand that Lord Charles is travelling and on holiday, but he has a High Court writ that he needs to pay. If not, we'll be removing goods, and we don't want to do that.
Well, I mean, how much do we have to pay? Can we pay it?
I need to confirm with him that we can speak to you about the details. It's not me being difficult.
No, okay.
It's,
We can try and get it, but we're waking him up now.
sure, it's just the Data Protection Act we can't say.
No, that's all right. I understand.
So, thank you.
The debtor's mother-in-law gets him on the phone.
Charlie, Starla. Good morning. Sorry to wake you in the middle of the night. I've got some gentlemen here from the High Court who need to speak to you. So I'll pass you over.
Hello, sir. Is this Mr. Charles Brockett?
Yes, it is. Yes, speaking.
Hello, Mr. Brockett. We're enforcement agents and we've been sent here with a High Court writ.
Right.
We need to collect a balance of £7,666.42 at this moment in time. Is there any way you're able to pay that, sir?
Not at the moment, no.
Not at the moment. Could you just confirm that you are not going to pay this balance?
Yes, sir, I'm not, because the judge has asked me to ask for it to be set aside.
It seems Lord Brockett has applied to have the case set aside. But as the application is still being processed, the High Court writ is active and must be resolved today.
You were saying about possibly removing some goods from here?
Yes.
Yes, but none of this stuff belongs to Lord Brockett.
Yes, certainly. Hello, sir.
Just so you are aware, the whole property and its contents are owned by the trustees of the First Lord Brockett's Will Trust.
Okay.
There's nothing there except for literally things like my toothbrush.
Lord Brockett, I understand what you're saying. However, unless an original bill of sale can be provided, the onus of proof isn't on ourselves, and we can indeed remove that asset. And unless we get payment, we will be removing them.
Okay, I'll ring Capital now and then come back to you.
Not a problem. Thank you, Mr. Lord Brockett.
Thank you. That's all.
Whilst the agents wait for Lord Brockett to call back, Max and Steve start an inventory of goods they could seize if he can't prove they belong to the trust.
The assets in this property are unbelievable.
And for the agents, the flat is a gold mine.
What do you know about art?
I know that it's in a gallery.
Steve, I know nothing about art.
Unsure of the value of the paintings, Max and Steve turn their attention to the antiques.
Ink pen set?
Silver.
I'm seeing these assets that look like they've been in a museum for many years. It shocks me. I've never seen anything like that, and I've been to some nice places. It was one of a kind.
20 minutes later, Lord Brockett hasn't called back.
Right, Steve, at this moment in time, he's refused to pay. I think we'll get some contractors down.
But then the security guard arrives together with Lord Brockett's son.
I spoke to him, and legally he said you've never got 7 days notice or something, and legally you can't be taking anything out of the flat.
Notification of enforcement has been sent here.
You can't just take stuff, surely?
Yes, I can. I'm an enforcement agent.
Just then, Lord Brockett calls back.
Okay, so can I now tell you?
Yes.
We've got 2 gentlemen there. I've checked with council.
Yes.
They've asked you to leave the building. They are allowed to use whatever steps are necessary in law.
Excuse me?
They told you to move you.
Right, so you're saying that they can use force to remove us from the building?
Yes, from the building.
No, they're not. They're going to be they'll be arrested if they lay a finger on us.
With Lord Brockett now making direct threats against the agents.
But can you please leave now?
This case has taken a nasty turn. Max and Steve will have to use all their tenacity to complete the job peacefully. Max Caraher and Steve Pinner were in West London to recover £8,000 owed by Lord Charles Brockett.
Good morning, madam.
You've got to go through.
Go through?
Lord Brockett's in-laws were looking after the flat while he was on holiday.
Is there any way you're able to pay that, sir?
Not at the moment, no.
But when Max explained they were going to start removing goods to cover the debt,
I think we'll get some contractors down.
Lord Brockett started to make threats.
We've got 2 gentlemen there. They told you to move you.
No, they're not. They're going to be they'll be arrested if they lay a finger on us.
So can you please leave now?
Now Max has got to make Lord Brockett understand that he has every right to stay in the flat and complete the enforcement.
Right, I'm now going to start removing goods from your lounge, okay?
They are going to stop you doing that.
Believe you me, if they do, then they'll be arrested.
By who?
By who? The police.
Can you hand the phone back to the gentleman?
Yes, certainly. I know you're following orders from your boss. If you obstruct us, we have to call the police.
With Max standing his ground, Lord Brockett tells his son he must let the agent stay. Now they must get this case back on track.
We've been here for quite a long time now, so we are going to do a physical removal.
What have you taken?
Well, I identified the clock, the writing set.
How do you know the value of what you've taken?
We'll leave an inventory, madam. At auction, it gets about 10 to 20% of the actual value.
Do we get this back ever?
If the debt is paid for.
I mean, these are heirlooms, you know.
Debt doesn't discriminate between the rich and the poor. You could be at the top end of society or right down at the bottom. Debt will affect us all at some point in our lives.
But then Lord Brockett calls again.
Hello, Charlie, it's Diane again.
Hey.
I'm going to pass you back to the...
I'll explain it.
It seems he now wants to negotiate.
If you was to settle this debt at present, it would be held in a company client account for 14 days. And then that would leave everything in the flat here, untouched. If you're successful in your winning of the case, it then gets returned.
Is the full amount that we pay today refunded?
If you win the decision, then it gets returned to you.
Okay, yeah.
Charlie, why don't you let us do this?
I think Mrs. Schuster is going to arrange a payment.
Yes, no problem. Would you like me to pass you back over?
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Lord Brockett's mother-in-law agrees to pay his £7,700 debt in full.
That's gone through absolutely fine. Everything's put back where it is. We're all sorted here. Thank you for your time, and I do apologise.
The agent's perseverance has paid off.
Thanks very much for your time. Take care. So, cheers. I think this just goes to show that he's not immune from the law. What a flat though, with the artwork, etc.
Latest research has revealed that more than half of Britain's small and medium-sized businesses are suffering from late payments. Over 20% of firms are owed over £25,000, while 40% have experienced cash flow problems as a direct result of unpaid invoices.
Next case then, mate.
High Court enforcement agents Matt Highway and Gary Ball are in Coventry to recover a debt of £10,000 owed by City Leisure Coventry Limited, a company which runs a local pub, the Watchmakers.
Looks like it's going to be nice today, isn't it?
Doesn't it?
The business owes the money to a contractor who carried out refurbishments in the pub, but wasn't paid the full amount of their invoice.
It looks like there's lights on the inside, though.
The contractor took the company to court and won. And now payment must be made in full today.
All the lights are on.
No?
No.
The pub appears to be empty, but former publican Matt thinks on his feet.
Just get to the side of that, mate. Who's going down? Me.
Yeah, you are younger, though.
That's it. Use all your armed forces skill there, mate. Get in there. It's one thing pub landlords always forget to lock a cellar drop. Always.
But down in the cellar, Gary is in for a surprise.
Who are you? My name's Gary Boy, High Court Enforcement. We're after City Leisure Coventry Limited.
Long gone.
Long
What
gone.
are you doing coming through my cellar door?
Hello, sir.
Get out.
Leisure.
Get out. City
I'm
Leisure.
afraid not.
Get out.
I'm afraid.
Right, get out. City Ledger don't occupy. Okay, I'm going to film everything you're doing. How fucking dare you walk into my property?
I've got a writ.
Not for fucking me, you ain't.
The address
Not
I have.
for fucking me,
For the
you
address
ain't.
I have.
City Leisure, they don't occupy here anymore.
Okay.
Right, so get outside and I'll show you the paperwork.
You can show me here now.
You are?
You can show me here now.
What, in the fucking cellar? Get the fuck out of my pub. Get out of this pub
Call the
now.
police then.
I'll fucking call the police, you cunt. How dare you? City Leisure don't occupy here. Who's that for?
City Leisure.
Right, come here.
After hearing the aggressive conversation, Matt quickly goes to join his colleague.
Get up here.
Don't shout.
But the man has left the cellar.
Where is he?
I don't know.
Hello.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
Right, first of all, you settle down.
Get your hand
First
off
of all,
me. Get your hand
settle
off.
yourself
Get your
down.
hand off me.
Calm yourself down.
I know my rights. Do not touch
Calm
me
yourself
again.
down,
Don't
as simple as that.
touch me again.
Calm yourself down.
Fucking breaking into my pub.
We're here with a writ, sir.
No, you're here
Yes,
with
we
a writ
are.
for a City Leisure
No,
company, right?
We're
Which
here for a
isn't the
writ
occup-
with this property.
Right, that is against City Leisure. That company's gone into
Well,
liquidation.
answer the door when we knock it then.
The man claims a new company now runs the pub and that City Leisure Coventry Limited has been wound down. But the man's reaction has raised Matt's suspicions, so he checks his case notes.
What's your name, sir?
My name's Steve Carvel.
Your name's what, sorry?
Steve Carvel.
That's one of the directors of the company, mate.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter what the directors of the company are. That company is gone.
The company's registered at this address, and it's active on Company's House.
Okay.
Okay. You're a director of that company.
Yes.
Right, so why are you not dealing with the issues that it's got?
Matt's notes show that Mr. Carvel is the director of the debtor company, City Leisure Coventry Limited, and that it's not gone into liquidation, as he claims.
So we're here today for the balance of £10,765.86.
City Leisure.
If that's not paid, we're going to be removing goods from the property today.
City Leisure don't own anything here.
Okay, well, as far as I'm concerned, they do.
Your writ is for a previous occupier.
It's not, is it? It's for you.
No, it's not.
Your City Leisure...
Excuse me, no.
Coventry.
No, that's a separate legal entity. That's a limited company.
With Mr. Carvel insistent a new company runs the pub, he shows Matt and Gary paperwork, which he thinks proves his claims.
Watchmaker's Leisure.
Yep.
Company occupy here.
Yep.
Insurance certificate. Watchmaker's Leisure. Non-domestic rates. Watchmaker's Leisure. VAT. Watchmaker's Leisure. City Leisure and nothing to do with this premises. Well, I've shown you all the evidence. That's from the solicitor. That's the licence to occupy. That's Watchmaker's Leisure. What are you going to do?
It appears that Mr. Carvel has set up a new company, Watchmaker's Leisure, to manage the pub. If the assets have been transferred to his new company, they can't be seized. But Matt needs proof.
Have you got a full inventory of everything that's in the property that says it belongs to somebody else? And the day that it was paid for?
Ownership of goods. That's the inventory of the goods.
Right, this document's a year old.
Yeah. Supported by that is the licence to occupy from the solicitors.
Yeah, that's not relevant.
The document is not proof that the fixtures and fittings have been legally transferred to the new business. Matt turns up the pressure.
Would it be fair for me to assume that assets belonging to City Leisure Coventry Limited would be here?
Unless shown otherwise.
Unless I'm shown otherwise.
There you go.
I don't think I've been
Well,
yet.
I think you have.
Oh, right, okay. Well, unfortunately, that's my judgment to make, not yours. We often get told, that business is not active anymore. It's been wound up. It's gone bankrupt. Whatever the argument is. However, we've checked with Company's House to make sure that we're attending the right registered premises, to make sure that the company is active, and to make sure there is no winding up petition against the company.
With no proof that the goods belong to Mr. Carvel's new company, Gary and Matt start an inventory of assets.
Do you know how many of them stalls there are? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
But then suddenly, Mr. Carvel seems to want to negotiate.
Just so I understand, mate.
Mm-hmm.
What's the amount that you're claiming?
£10,765.86.
I just want to put this to bed.
Just over 10,000 quid. Because categorically it'll be empty this afternoon, you realise that, don't you?
Fair enough.
See what you can raise, I was a publican for 15 years, so I know the score.
We do have to use the High Court writ and the powers from it wisely. The last thing we want to do is remove goods from a business for their employees, to lose their jobs. However, if they're not working with us to try and get this paid, that's the only course of action we do have.
The agents have now been on the premises for half an hour. Mr. Carvel has managed to find a friend who is willing to help out.
You the landlord's mate, are you? Yeah. OK, he's at the back, I think. All right. Yeah, of course, yeah. OK, it's good. I'll be honest, mate, I don't think it's going to be enough. Is there anybody else that can top it up? Mate, I can put the call in for you. I don't think it's going to be enough, to be honest, but I can ask the question. Is there any other avenues you can try? Nothing. I'll give him a ring and see what happens. Just give us a minute.
Matt goes outside to see whether Mr. Carvel's offer is acceptable to the claimant.
I managed to speak to the director, who is the director of City Leisure, and he's making an offer of £2,000 today.
It'll be refused, mate. You've got to try harder.
If we came somewhere along the halfway mark,
yeah.
All right, I'll have a chat with him and I'll come back to you. Cheers.
Matt goes back inside to break the news to Mr. Carvel.
The indication is that the only way that they would not remove today is if you got somewhere near half. See what you can do to increase on what you've offered, right? And then I'll give another go. All right.
Minutes later, Mr. Carvel returns with another offer from his friend.
3. And that he's like literally clearing out his own business. He's like literally clearing himself out. Literally.
It seems that a £3,000 down payment is the best Mr. Carvel can do. But Matt has a solution.
Are you open this weekend?
Yeah.
How much would you take over the weekend? On average?
6.
You could pay 3 today, 2 on Monday, and then 2 payments for 2.8.
Yeah. 281, 81.
2881.
Matt calls the office again to see whether Mr. Carvel's new offer will be enough to resolve the case today.
Good afternoon.
I've got an offer from the defendant, £3,000 today with £2,000 on Monday.
Okay, Monday.
Yeah, and then 2,800 for the week after and the week after that. He's got the 3k now. He just wants the weekend to make some money so he can pay us on Monday.
I'll mail you back in a couple of minutes. I'll speak to the client now.
Okay, mate. Cheers. Just waiting for a call back, Stephen. Okay. They've just gone to the client with it. I'm just going to wait for a call back. Hello.
Hello, Matthew.
Hi, mate.
Okay, I can confirm that the client has accepted that proposal.
All right, mate. Lovely. Thank you. Thanks, John. Accepted, mate.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Good.
Sorry about that.
Oh, it doesn't worry me at all, but we'll leave as mates, don't worry, I promise you.
Mr. Carvel's friend pays the £3,000 down payment.
Best man this year.
He is the best. He's the best man today, definitely.
The agents get Mr. Carvel to sign a controlled goods agreement, which lists assets on the premises.
Signature there, print your name at the bottom, mate.
If he doesn't stick to his repayment plan, the assets will be removed.
All the best, mate. I hope you get sorted.
The case is resolved for now. But if Mr. Carvel defaults, the agents will be back.
Let's go.
Matt and Gary had to calm an angry debtor down to get a result. But in Max and Paul's next case, they meet a woman facing a financial crisis.
I'm owed so much money. Oh, God.
At risk of losing what little she has.
Well, what goods will you be thinking to?
Everything of value.
The number of people who contacted a leading UK charity to seek help with their debts has risen by 62% over the last 5 years. Research has shown that nearly 15 million people in the UK have insufficient savings to live on should they fall on hard times. High Court enforcement agents Max Carraher and Paul Bowhill are on their way to North London to recover a debt of £18,000 owed by a recruitment consultant to a dissatisfied client.
We're off to see Mrs. Roberta Grada, and we're looking to collect £17,881.87.
The client wanted his money back after the debtor, Roberta Grade, recruited an unsuitable PA for him and then failed to find him a replacement. He took her to court and won.
Oh, so this might be an interesting job.
Let's go find out.
If Roberta can't or won't pay today, the agents can remove goods to offset the debt.
Nope. Hello. Hello, madam. High Court enforcement.
Oh, right, okay.
Hello, Roberta. How are you? We've got a. What do I need? £17,881.87. Do you know what all this is about? You'll also have to speak a bit closer. I'm as deaf as the doorpost. The problem we've got at the moment is that we have to collect on the funds, or we have to enforce the writ, which is removal of goods. That's obviously my job to look and see what assets we have to remove.
Roberta won't open the door, so Paul posts a business card through the letterbox.
There's a phone number on here. Can you call me on it? Because it's a bit silly talking through the door. Hello?
And I know I've got to pay it.
Okay.
But I'm just unprepared to kind of be asked for £17,000 on my doorstep today. That's all it is.
Okay. Well, what would you propose to make?
No, I can't hear you. Hello?
Yeah, sorry, how do you propose
I can't
paying?
hear you. Sorry, I can't hear you.
Right, speak to me through the letterbox so we have no breakdown in communications. I'm a realist. I don't expect you to be able to pull out £18,000 out of your pocket. We need to come up with A, an arrangement, and B, I need to get something to pay off the client.
We are in a really tight situation.
Yeah.
Like, at this side of Christmas, I'm just waiting for sort of money to come in.
If you say that to me, then we have no other option but to enter your property and remove goods.
It's critically important to gain access to the property under a writ of control as soon as is possible and peaceably. Unless we're in the property, we can't make an assessment of the debtor's capability to pay the debt. Without access to the property, we can't even enter into the negotiations.
Realising the agents aren't going to go away, Roberta finally lets them in.
Sorry. You just come as a double act.
She's keen to tell the agents her side of the story.
I'm an agent, so I found him a secretary to support him in his business world. But then he fired her.
Right.
And then wanted me to replace, which I
And you couldn't find anybody to
I
replace?
spent a year.
So he's suing you for what?
And then all the time he was like changing the goalposts and what he wanted.
Okay.
I want someone part-time, I want someone full-time. I spent a year.
So he's saying he had to hire somebody else, and that's what he sued.
I owe him like a refund. I decided not to go to court to fight that because it's all his word against my word kind of thing, and I didn't have any sort of money to sort of, get a legal team behind me.
The only option I can see at the moment, if we can't get a down payment, is removing a large number of goods to cover part of the debt.
I mean, I could do like £150 like today.
No, if that is the case, we will have to seize goods.
Well, what goods will you be thinking?
It will be everything of value. This is a route that both my colleague and I really don't want to go down. If we get a down payment,
it changes the complexion of it.
It really changes everything.
I'm owed so much money as well, that's the problem.
Okay.
I'm owed so much money, oh God.
With payment looking unlikely, Max goes to do a vehicle check on the car parked outside the house.
Hiya, can I speak to somebody to do an HPI for me?
Yeah, it's on finance.
What are the T&Cs of that finance?
60 months. It's only taken out.
Whoa. Okay. Cheers.
Take care, mate.
Bye.
With the car out of bounds, the agents look around the house for any other assets they could seize. There doesn't seem too much of any value, but the agents' actions have prompted Roberta to act.
Oh God, let me call my husband and see what we can do.
When people are trying to find the money, if I can see that they're making a conscious effort, this could be making phone calls, getting their other half on the phone, a real effort to show that they are trying to resolve this problem. If somebody's sat there on the sofa saying, I can't pay this, that's a defeatist attitude.
Roberta has asked her husband to call round the family to see who can help.
One sec. Hi, darling.
She'll pull over.
Is she going to do... Oh, that's so... is she going to call me on my mobile? Oh, did you explain to her? All right. Oh, that's so sweet of her. Okay, cool. Thank you so much, darling. Okay, bye. Right, okay, my sister's going to help.
She's going to help. Oh, that's very encouraging.
Roberta's sister has agreed to pay £3,000 towards the debt. It's less than a quarter of what she owes, but it appears to be her best offer. Max goes outside to call the office to see whether the claimant is willing to accept it.
Could you give me an indication as to what the client would accept as a down payment so we don't have to remove what little she has?
The client would look like they want at least £4,000.
That's 4,000. Alison, what I'll do, I'm still unsure if she can get it, but I'll say, look, 4,000 is the absolute minimum that the client would take.
Absolute minimum, that's what I've got on here.
Okay, Alison.
It's not good news.
So what did they say?
£4,000. £4,000.
Roberta calls her sister directly.
Darling, I'm so sorry to put you in this situation, honestly. Are you alright to sort of help out just for the payment, just for now, sweetie? It could be £4,000, would that be okay? Alrighty, thanks so much, sweetie. Thanks, darling, thanks a million. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Roberta's sister agrees to pay the £4,000 the claimant has asked for.
I believe you are going to help Roberta out with a down payment of £4,000 so we can solve this problem. Thank you very much for being able to help.
Now Max has to set up a payment plan to clear the £14,000 balance.
What can you reasonably afford so you won't default on payments? You tell me.
Could it be sort of like £1,500 per month?
Provisionally, I will accept that. That's a reasonable figure. That's your paperwork there. That just sums up everything you said, how much you've paid and the dates.
Yeah.
They're the card receipts.
Thank you.
Take care.
Okay, thank you so much. Take care. Okay.
The case is resolved for now. But if Roberta doesn't stick to her payment plan, the agents will be back. A recent survey has shown that almost 50% of families in the UK are struggling to make ends meet. Nearly 20% admit to being unable to cover an unexpected cost of over £100. While 1 in 7 UK households have to cut back on food and other necessities to pay for unforeseen expenses. High Court enforcement agents Matt Highway and Gary Ball are in Smethwick, West Midlands, to recover a debt of almost £6,000 owed in unpaid nursery fees by Linda Mkulsia and Charlie Isiora.
Who's next then, buddy?
Childcare again, mate.
Childcare.
They, between them, owe £5,875.72 to a children's nursery.
The debtors received government help with their childcare fees directly, but failed to pass on the money to the nursery, and now they must pay the £6,000 they owe in full today.
Hey, madam. It's looking for Linda or Charlie.
Linda or Charlie?
Linda Mkulsia or Charlie Isiora?
No. My name is Angel.
How long have you lived here, madam?
I've been living here now for a year.
1 year?
Yeah.
Okay, just tell you, my name's Gary, this is Mass. We're both High Court enforcement agents.
Yeah.
Here today with a High Court writ. Are you renting, are you, or have you bought?
I'm renting.
You're renting. Have you got a tenancy agreement? Or a council tax bill?
No.
Can we just have a look at your identification as well, please?
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
As this is the address on the writ of control, the agents have every right to stay and investigate further. Gary makes peaceful entry into the property.
Madam, just a passport or a driving... There you go.
Please, you can come in.
We can come in. We've got a High Court writ.
The woman shows Gary her driving licence.
You're Angel, yeah?
Yeah.
What's your date of birth, Angel?
Yes.
Your date of birth?
Oh, my date of birth is
What's your date of birth, madam? That's quite easy. Give me a driving licence, which is I don't think is quite real.
Yeah? What do you mean?
No, don't take it out of my hands. What's your date of birth?
My date of birth is 9th of March, 1986.
That doesn't look real to me, that driving licence. It's a bit different to mine.
Anything you wanna think is up to you. I'm showing you my identification as you ask. Right now, you are really embarrassing me in my neighborhood where I live.
Okay, we're just making our checks, man. We're just doing our job, all right? To the quality of it.
Presented with what looks like fake ID, the agents are now even more suspicious that Angel really is the debtor they're looking for.
We're just going to have a quick look round, sweetie. Make sure this person's not here, OK?
Matt looks for paperwork to prove his hunch.
Do you know where your tenancy agreement is, madam? We can get this matter resolved.
I don't have a tenancy agreement. He's my husband who deals with everything.
But then, upstairs, Gary finds a bundle of letters.
What's that letter? It's Linda. An open letter.
I had letters coming here.
OK.
They're all addressed to the debtor, Linda Mkulsia.
Something's not quite right here, is it?
We used to open letters, they come...
You used to open other people's letters?
Sorry?
OK.
Letters, they come to this house, we open them.
It's a bank letter with a new pin. You Linda, madam, are you?
I'm not Linda.
Because in my house, right, there's letters to me, and that's it. I found that. New pin for a bank account, 3 weeks old. If you've been in this house a year, why is this lady who we're looking for still sending a pin to your house then? And you're opening it, it's in your bedside table?
I said all the letters that come here, I used to open it.
Something's not ringing true here, madam.
This is becoming a joke now, it's serious.
Is it? I don't think it's funny.
Despite the evidence to the contrary, the woman is still denying she's the debtor. But then Gary spots a handbag.
Is this your bag, madam?
Yeah.
It is your bag?
Yes.
Definitely your bag. I've just found it on the kitchen table, yeah?
Yeah.
Tell me why there's a Matland card for Linda in there, then. In her bag.
When we reveal that someone's lying to us, it puts us in a strong position. It opens up the defendants into realising that, you know, the game's up. We know who you are. Time to deal with it.
I think we found the right person, haven't we?
I think we have.
And then you think...
Linda card as well. Your bag, madam. OK, so you're obviously Linda, aren't you?
OK. My real name is Linda.
Linda's deceit has been exposed. But will the agents be able to get the almost £6,000 they came for? High Court enforcement agents Matt Highway and Gary Ball were in the West Midlands to recover a debt of nearly £6,000 owed by a couple for unpaid nursery fees.
Hey, madam. It's looking for Linda or Charlie. We can come in, madam.
The woman they met denied that she was the debtor and gave the agents suspicious ID.
That doesn't look real to me, that driving licence. It's a bit different to mine.
But Gary's detective work proved that she was lying.
Is this your bag, madam?
Yeah.
Tell me why there's a Matland card for Linda in there, then.
Now the agents must get this case resolved, one way or another.
Do you want to start telling the truth?
Okay.
Is there any reason why you lied to us about who you are?
The reason is we are no longer together. I wasn't working, so he was the one paying the bill. He was the one paying for the child's school. It's not my business.
Unfortunately, it is, isn't it? The child in question is yours, isn't it?
Yeah, it's my child, but with our agreement, the man pays because he's the one who said, don't work,
right.
I'll pay everything.
Right. So the easiest way for a debtor to avoid payment is to deny all knowledge of it, especially when it's a debt from a previous relationship, because that's something that they're trying to forget about and move forward from. And then suddenly this debt from that relationship comes and bites them on the bum.
Despite her claims, as she is named on the writ, Linda is responsible for the debt.
So first things first, are you able to pay that amount of money?
I don't have money here.
Can anybody help you with it?
Nobody have that kind of cash.
Right.
With Linda saying she can't pay, the agents start looking around the house for assets they could seize. And they're in for a surprise.
2 Cartier bracelets here, mate. If they are real, they're worth thousands. But we'll seize those. Rolex watch. DKNY watch. Gucci glasses. 2 very lovely rings. Big diamond rings.
You gotta take my ring.
I can, I'm afraid, madam.
In the bedrooms, there appear to be thousands of pounds worth of designer goods.
We've got a DKNY handbag. I don't know if it's real or not. Doing the search, you know, you're looking out for these things of value. You know, finding a Cartier box with bracelets in, finding expensive watches. It builds up a picture. It builds up a lifestyle on how these people are living. There must be money going through that property.
The agents list the designer items on an inventory. But even though they would have been expensive to buy, their value at auction may not clear the £5,875 she owes. But then Gary finds some vehicle registration documents.
BMW 6 Series. Where are these BMWs, madam? You're trying to hide goods because you've got a debt against you.
I didn't hide any goods. I've got a car.
What car?
This one.
It appears Linda owns one of the BMWs Gary has found paperwork for.
Yeah.
He calls the office for a vehicle check.
Thanks a lot. Cheers. Bye-bye. Bye. Free of finance.
How much?
3,000.
The value of the vehicle would cover just over half the debt, but there's a problem.
Where is this car?
There is somewhere.
It's somewhere. Okay.
Over the rainbow?
Yeah.
It's pointless talking about this, then,
It's in
isn't
the
it?
garage for the service.
It seems that the vehicle can't be recovered until tomorrow, and the agents are running out of options. But then Linda makes an offer.
Okay then. I've got a friend, she said she can have the money tomorrow in cash. But anyway, hold on.
Using the car as collateral, Matt decides to offer Linda a lifeline.
I'm happy to give you until tomorrow to pay this. I'll do what's called a controlled goods agreement.
The agents put the car and the luxury items on a controlled goods agreement, which means they control her goods, but she can keep them in the house.
Okay, Linda, if you just sign there and print there.
If Linda doesn't pay the £5,875 she owes within 24 hours, the agents will be back to seize the goods.
Taking goods is always the last resort in enforcement. That's not what we're there to do. It's a pain for everybody involved. We use different forms of leverage. The shortened version of leverage is levy. That's what bailiffs do. They levy on goods. So, you know, that's what we use. We use the car, the boat, the plane, whatever it may be. Thank you, Linda.
And there's your cards there, Linda. They're in your bag, all right.
Thank you.
Cheers, Linda.
I ran out of where to go with that one, mate.
Yeah, she wasn't forthcoming, was she? Still, if she didn't pay tomorrow, we'll seize the car and we'll come back and get all that jewellery.